This organisation has survived recessions, it's survived austerity, it's survived the pandemic, all through working with the ethnically diverse communities in this area, whether that's your interpreters, your translators, the sort of the communities they serve themselves, the individuals they serve, and I think that's worth celebrating.
Really felt like a celebration. And it was just heartwarming.
We were just talking about compliments a second ago, and everyone's going away saying how happy they were with it. Ultimately, that's the most important thing.
I think it was really nice to see so many people that have had a relationship with Vandu across the years.
I'm happy so many interpreters, translators came. I'm happy members of the community came.
Marek started as an interpreter herself, but then quickly realised the need for an agency in the local area. She initially started with East Sussex and London, Hillingborough, I think, the area there. But then it became about the East Sussex here. It was also about the NHS here. Then it became West Sussex, Surrey, etc. Slowly but surely, we created a name for ourselves and found a footing in this area. But then, it started off just Marek, going to appointments in, hospitals all over London as a Tigrinya interpreter. So it's been a very long journey.
Are you trying to make me feel old? No, I'm not feeling old. I feel like, that, I always want to make a little difference. And today, from what people said, from, just turn up, I feel like I think I have touched lots of hearts, and that is it just gives you another 10 years. So don't worry, I'm still young.
What I'm looking to do, what my role is and what we're trying to do, both nationally, locally and in East Sussex, is work at that more local level to support people ultimately to be better able to look after themselves. The shift that we want to make, like I say, is working with our partners, and Vandu is part of that, to look at those wider determinants of health, and particularly to address areas of inequality. And already today we've heard some fantastic words and some inspirational words around Vandu and what Vandu offers. Really important things like care, respect, and also compassion, I would add to that. It's been said, this isn't about words, this is about communicating. Communicating is not just about telling, broadcasting, it's importantly about listening. And I think that's a really important point. If we're going to really make a shift to help people to help themselves live, improve well-being, that is about understanding and listening what the needs of local communities are. And that's not just about words, it's about the culture, it's about understanding.
Leaders need to be very much connected to their staff, connected to the communities. They need to know what's going on. So another strength of Vandu, I still do interpreting. And I've done interpreting since 1996 when I was a student. Why do I do it? First of all, I'm supporting the person in need. But second, I know what's going on. I know when those interpreters stand on a platform for a long time. I know when their train is cancelled. I know where they cannot reach to where they're supposed to reach, despite their best intention to do so. That connects me with the communities, that connects me with the linguists, and helps me to take or helps the company to take the right action, to do a fair decision that where everybody wins.
So all I can say is that in 2007, when we may have used interpreting services maybe 30 times a year, to by the time when I was leaving in 2021, we were using interpreting services over 4,500 times a month. So, so you can see the development of, we can't do that, it costs too much money, which may have been the viewpoint of staff, to we cannot not use a dedicated interpreting service.
So I think this year we're on track to reach around 18,000 bookings. We provide appointments, well, we provide interpreters for around 60 to 70 languages per month.
And one of the strengths of Vandu is inclusivity, being inclusive, seeing the gem in a young man, in a young woman, probably with a strong accent, or maybe with a different, kind of outlook. So being open, being inclusive, and see the greatness in everyone is what makes Vandu unique.
We've done that a long time now. We've done anti-racist training for a long time, cross-cultural communication training for a long time. And we thought an obvious next step for Vandu would be to branch out, widen out into general EDI. So we recruited trainers who have lived experience in, expert trainers who have lived experience in disability, sexuality, gender, ageism.
Adding the EDI is very important, and also a natural progression for Vandu, because we have learned a lot. We have learned a lot, and diversity has been our center point.
Going forward, we want to sort of work towards providing the services to other areas of the country as well, and other parts of the public sector, whether that's the police or other agencies that need interpreting. We will be looking at that going forward too.
I think it's exciting that Vandu is not staying where it is right now. It's extending, it's still like innovating and going forward. And I think it's what Mayor Brack has been saying a lot, which is, looking into what the public sector needs at the moment, or what has been needed in the last couple, 2, 3, 4 years, and how can Vandu help these people to provide a new service. So I think with Vandu Training, I think it's really interesting that Vandu is sort of not only still providing interpreting and translations and language support, but also saying how else can you help the organizations in the public and private sector.
I think Vandu has to share what it's learned, because it has been a very unique, challenging but rewarding journey.